turbo. But the thing has been nice, and a lot of people always ask and wonder, like, is it worth it going to a single turbo? And I completely believe that it is. If you got the money, you got the time, get it done. Now, I still got some stuff I want to clean up on this, obviously. I want to clean up all this crap right here, and some other things. I want to do like hard lines, all that stuff. I just haven't had a chance. I've been crazy busy with a whole bunch of other stuff. I really want to clean up the whole engine bay anyways. But the turbo though is great. Pretty big size turbo, as you can see right there, 8374 Borg Warner. I got it from Full Race. They sell like a whole kit for this car. The only thing is, like, I need to, like, you gotta like cut your hood a little bit so that we didn't cut it enough. We need to cut like some more right there. But you gotta cut that so that it doesn't rub. It's been rubbing a little bit, as you can see up top. So I gotta cut that so I can fix that issue. Besides that though, turbo's been great. Makes pretty good boost, makes pretty good power. We've already made 676 to the wheels on a hub dyno with 22 pounds of boost. We can do more boost for sure, make some more power. Yeah, the thing is really responsive too on the street. I'll take it out on the street drive, highway drive, kind of let you listen to it a little bit and show you how responsive it is. You know, the thing kicks on about 4,000 RPM, no biggie. I mean, you have power below that, and I'm cam too, so that probably helps. But after 4,000 RPM, it really wakes up. So you don't gotta wait till 5,000, 6,000 RPM. Right at 4, it kicks up, and you start really cooking it. Fun turbo, I like it a lot. Sounds good, makes all the right sounds. In fact, I'll let you listen to it on the street when I start driving it here in a moment. But yeah, I definitely love it. If you can go single turbo, do it. Borg Warner, they make a good one. I guess Garrett and some other places make some good ones too, but this one is great. And it's a kit, so you know, everything was, for the most part, prefabricated so it could somewhat fit this car. This is about as big as you can do before you start having to do a lot of custom crap. I didn't want to do a lot of custom stuff, so I love the car. Sounds good, makes a lot of great, cool boost sounds. Yeah, it's their Borg Warner EFR turbo kit, so I love it. It's a good time. So take it out on the road, let you listen to it a little bit, and see what you think. So riding around with my single turbo setup, it's nice. On the street, highway, you name it, it's always pretty responsive. Yeah, there's a little bit of a lag. I mean, that's just a turbo car, but it's not really that much, especially once your RPMs are up. Like right now, I'm in 4th gear, 4,000 RPM. And I mean, I'm just parked auto right now, and I can put it down just a little bit more, and that thing will pick up pretty good. I mean, I didn't even put it down to the ground, and you can hear it. It picks up pretty good. Oh, that's a loud pop. A lot of backfiring when you got a turbo car, big turbo, all that stuff. It's fun. It's really responsive. I can get around traffic real easy. There's no crazy lag that makes it not fun anymore because it takes forever. I mean, this thing spools up pretty quick. As you can hear it, once again, I'm not putting it down to the floor to do that. I am just doing that right there. That's it. Maybe putting it down about that much. That's it. Nothing more. Just right here. This thing is pretty responsive. I love it. And this is 4th gear. Now, if I put it in 5th gear, which is my high gear, let's say put it in 5th gear, rolling. Even then, as long as the RPMs are up, and right now I'm probably about 3,600 RPM or so. Traffic's coming. But about 30, yeah, RPM's dropping now because I ran into a little bit of traffic. But 32, 3,300 RPM right now. And at that RPM, it's a little too low. There will be a little bit of a lag. Honestly, you can really start feeling some good pull once you get to about 4,000 RPM. From there on, yeah, you're rocking and rolling. So obviously different than like a V8 or something like that. You know, my Corvettes, it's instantaneous. I can pull from whatever gear, whatever RPM you name it, it just freaking goes. Whereas this turbo car a little bit different. So you got to really make sure the RPMs are up a little bit more. But it's not like the pull doesn't start till like 5,000 or 6,000 RPM or something crazy like that. I mean, honestly, by 4, I'm good. So even right now, I'm 3,600 RPM, and in 5th gear, change lanes real quick, and then right when it hits 4,000, all of a sudden now it's coming up. So it was a little bit of a lag, but once again, I wasn't flooring it either. I would have got there a little bit quicker if I floored it. I'm on the highway, obviously don't want to do anything too dangerous. I'm just doing a little small short burst. But yeah, 4,000 RPM is really where it starts kicking up and rolling, and a lot of it has to do with your tune, your build, you know, what kind of parts you have in the motor. I mean, this motor is cam, 262 cams from Tomei, tuned, obviously tuned on the 85. Your tuner can do things to help the boost kick in a lot harder and sooner, but you definitely don't want too much too soon, because then you can start breaking parts no matter what you got in the motor. These things just don't like a ton of torque super early, so you gotta be smart with how you're doing it. But we got it dialed in just right where when it picks up and really starts getting in the boost, the thing is it's a joy. But even part throttle was still fun, which is nice, because I don't want to only have to floor it. I got somebody recording me right now in their car. That's the thing with the Skyline R32 GTR. When you have one, you'll be like one of the most popular people on the street, because everyone wants to see it, everyone wants pictures of it. I was just at Chick-fil-A, and like everyone was taking pictures and video and all that fun stuff. Once again, 4,000 RPM. Once you hit that, that's the sweet spot. All of a sudden, everything starts wanting to pick up and kick up. So definitely a blast to drive. This car is really fun. Having a single turbo setup is a joy. I used to have the twins. The twins were also cool, but I wanted that single turbo. I heard so many great things about it, and honestly, it hasn't disappointed. I've had a lot of fun with the single turbo setup. The responsiveness is definitely there. Now, I have not driven too many other turbo cars that were older ones to know what's the difference in a really, really big turbo, like a 90-something millimeter or so on, or even the smaller ones, you know, the 62, 67, whatever. I've never driven any of those, so I can't give you a great comparison on, oh yeah, this is just way more responsive or not. I do know I'm having fun with it. I don't feel like, oh man, there's such a lag. Now, it being a 2.6 liter car, obviously you don't have a ton of torque down low, like first gear, second, or not, sorry, you don't have a ton of torque in, like, you know, 1,000 RPM, 2,000 RPM, all that stuff. So you just got to be ready for that. And the thing's a little bit of a slug off the line. Unless you bring the RPMs up to like 6,000, 7,000 RPM and send it, then it's not a slug at all. Second gear feels solid. Highway stuff, you definitely got to get it to about 4,000 RPM before it really starts kicking in. But on the street, you know, that lower RPMs, lower gears, first, second, it actually picks up pretty good. I'll do a small little pull when I get past this light. That is for sure. I can't even get on it that hard because honestly there's traffic around. So just little small bursts, but man, it is responsive on the street. You'll have tons of fun with it if you have this size turbo. I think if it gets a lot bigger than this, then obviously you'll probably start dealing with a lot more lag. And then all of a sudden it's crazy going from not much boost to a ton of boost all super quick, which can be fun for some people and not so fun for some people. So this is a great size turbo. I believe there's a new one that just came out recently, the 8474 Borg Warner, and it's supposed, it makes like more power. It can make more power, has potential to make more power, and it's supposed to be like more responsive, better spooling and everything. So if it's even better than what this is, then that's awesome. So honestly, I'm probably gonna sell this turbo, get an 8474 Borg Warner, and start rolling with that, do some review videos on that. But the 8374 is great. I don't have any issues with it. It's great. Honestly, I don't need to sell it. I don't need to do anything with it. I can just run with it and it'll be fine. Has all the power and the pull I need. It makes all the great sounds I like too. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody, and make sure you hit the like button, you share, you subscribe, hit the bell, smash that bell, whatever they call it, the notifications, so you get notified when I make my next video. Usually I try to do like one video a week or so, maybe once every 2 weeks, just depends on time. But try to share with you as much as I can about the car, so that you can make an informed decision if you want to buy a Skyline GTR or if you want to build one. I bought it and I built it, and plan on doing a lot of stuff with this car over the years. Eventually, once I get the straight cut gears back in this transmission, I will start drag racing it again, and then we'll really start having some fun. Right now, I just street drive it, have fun.